this is actually put here by Christians,
Oh.
by a church in the United States. The original one, I think, was from early 1900s, 1902 or something.
그러니까.
And they put a new one here. And it talks about the fact that this is the tradition, that this is the site of the Mount of Beatitudes. There's also Hebrew scriptures on there. Why do we see all this?
It's done by Catholic or
No,
They didn't want us to.
Rabbinism?
it's done by Orthodox. Why?
Because
They want to erase anything to do with
So, you know, there's a mitzvah that has to do with destroying idols and stuff. And we're gonna see, we'll probably see this, unless they change things in some of the other sites that we went to. They've done this in several national parks.
wow.
Things that are national heritage or things that are, if it's been dug up by archaeology that relate to the Canaanites or other people, they came and destroyed them because they see this as being a mitzvah. So you can imagine this isn't cheap. This is brought all the way from the US, and then a short time later, somebody came out here with a grinder and just completely ruined it. So also at Etel, or potential site for Bethsaida, we'll see the same thing, where they, luckily in that case it was a replica of the original, but that's the reason.
Sorry, I missed it. So what was written?
It's commemorating the fact that this is
The
many
actual
people's
Beatitude.
place of the Mount of Beatitudes. Okay?
Oh.
So
복 있는 심령에 가난한
there's many
복
places.
있는.
How many people here have been to the
8.
traditional Mount of Beatitudes? Or let's say, who hasn't been there? Has anybody not been there? Okay, so most of you probably haven't been here before.
Yeah.
Here. No.
Here?
And we're going to discuss, there's several different places that are traditions about where this Mount of Beatitudes
Kenny, what are you
was.
doing?
Sorry, indecent exposure.
I thought you were doing some performance.
So it ranges, of course, the most typical one that people know is the one we're going to visit it later today, the Franciscans. And does anybody know the history of the monument that's there by the Franciscans?
Is that the Mussolini one?
Exactly. So this was built in 1938, and a lot of the money came from Mussolini. They below this monument is the remains of an ancient church that was probably 4th or 5th century. So they believe that this was commemorating the Mount of Beatitudes. And it's only actually in 1938 that this became the official recognized place by the Catholic Church, which relates to pilgrimage. Actually, before that, the Catholic Church recognized this as the site of the traditional Mount of Beatitudes. But pilgrimage is not always about exactly where is the right spot. It's about remembering
And about
The event-
convenience.
and convenience. And we find that in many places. So it's not exactly, a pilgrim is not always looking for exactly the right spot. It's more about remembering the events. Okay, so there's other traditional places for the Mount of Beatitudes. One is actually in Jerusalem, if you can imagine that.
Which?
Up on the Mount of Olives, there's a church. I won't go into more detail there. Then the Mount Tabor is also one of the sites, and then there's a few sites around the Galilee. And we'll go. Actually, we're going to read the story up here, and we'll see. In my opinion, for sure, this is the most likely place, and it really fits the story the best. Okay. So when we get up on top, I think you'll understand that better.
Side.
Usually, so since we switched everything around, we're coming here first because it's cooler, as opposed to at the end of the day when it would be really hot. Normally we go to the other Mount of Beatitudes first, and it's you get a comparison in that direction. But in this case, we'll be here first, and then we'll get to see the other ones, and you can see, see the evidence there. All right.
So I don't get why they would deface this, because there's no idol. It's only words. I mean, there's no picture of a man or something like that.
It's obelisk.
anything, you're not Orthodox, so you probably don't get it.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to understand. What's the